Welcome back to the Road to Progress series here at US 380 Updates. In this series, we'll focus on one intersection along the 380 corridor, highlighting the incremental changes that have reshaped the area. It's easy to adapt to the new infrastructure and lose sight of how much progress has been made. This series is all about appreciating the progress that's transformed these roads over time. Join us for a more easygoing, laid-back look at the evolution of each intersection and the work that's brought us to where we are today. Black Friday, November 29th. But let's rewind the clock back to September of this year, to where it all began. This opening clip was filmed on September 6th, capturing the area about a week before the major traffic shift. At that time, all southbound traffic was still in its original configuration, leading up to the significant transition to the current setup we see today. That shift represented a key milestone in the construction timeline, paving the way for accelerated progress. By redirecting traffic, crews gained the flexibility to focus on transforming the old lanes into the updated configuration more efficiently. This adjustment not only streamlined the workflow, but also brought the project one step closer to completion. Coming into view at the top of the screen on the north side of the highway, crews had already started constructing an access path for road workers to reach the Doe Creek Bridge. This temporary route was designed to allow equipment and personnel to safely navigate the site and begin drilling pilings in the coming months. Unlike standard access roads meant for regular traffic, this path was specifically created to support construction activities and keep the project moving forward. Returning to the 423 intersection, the original roadway remains intact, serving as a visual reminder of how much the area has transformed. Reflecting back now, when they first built the CVS, it initially felt noticeably far from the south side of the road, a detail that stood out at the time. However, as construction has progressed and new elements have been added, that gap doesn't seem as significant anymore. The changes highlight how the evolving infrastructure is reshaping perspectives and blending the new with the old, gradually bringing the project's vision to life. September 15th marked the first update following the traffic switch to the current configuration. This transition turned out to be far more dramatic than we had initially anticipated here on the channel. Originally, we thought the westbound lanes would simply shift a few lanes over. However, after that update, we noticed the installation of traffic signals at the intersection revealed that a much larger change was underway. As the project has moved forward, we've found ourselves driving closer to oncoming traffic than most people would feel comfortable with. It's a reminder of how quickly things can shift during major construction projects and the importance of staying alert behind the wheel. So once again, it's crucial to slow down, stay aware, and drive safely as these changes continue to unfold. At this point, there had been little to no demolition of the previous lanes. They may have been as shocked as we were and needed time to get ready. A week later, we're back with a bit closer footage, offering a more detailed view of the area. With each update, it feels like we have become more accustomed to flying closer to active traffic, something that once felt more intimidating. While there has been little to no visible change since the previous update, this closer perspective gives us a chance to reflect on what the road looked like before the transformation began. It's interesting to see how far we've come, even when the changes are subtle, and how these small adjustments are shaping the overall project. Near sunset back on September 29th, there was little to no visible progress on the construction site. However, this update marked what was likely the first time we took a closer look at the development of the Walmart being built to the southeast corner of the intersection, next to Academy Sports. The October 6th update was dominated by the demolition crew using that beast of a machine that seemed to devour the old concrete with astonishing power and precision. It was something to behold. Within just a week, this monster managed to tear through over 2 miles of a 4-lane highway. The speed and ferocity with which they shredded the old pavement was nothing short of jaw-dropping, turning what once seemed like a daunting task into just another day's work. On October 14th, we flipped around, moving from east to west, where demolition was in full swing. After the concrete was broken up the week before, the focus shifted to removing the rebar, which is embedded in the concrete for reinforcement. Destroying of the old roadway continued to the west of the intersection. Once the rebar is removed, the remaining concrete is crushed and recycled into new materials for future projects. This process not only clears the site, but also helps recycle valuable resources, keeping the project both efficient and sustainable. We can also see that the road grading has been widened. Previously, on the north side of the roadway, there was a drainage ditch, but that area has now been incorporated into the construction. October 20th. Not wanting to open old wounds here, this 423 closure could have been handled better. Too many lanes were restricted for far too long for those wanting to turn left from 423 to westbound 380. 423 was shut down on the north side of the roadway from October 10th through November 6th. A major closure. This closure gave the construction crews the opportunity to tackle a complete reconstruction of the northern half of the intersection in one ambitious effort. While the approach was undeniably dramatic, it shaved months off the construction timeline and spared drivers from prolonged confusion and stress. Before this bold move, navigating the intersection felt like a game of musical lanes. Single-lane closures, constant traffic shifts, bouncing between old pavement, temporary patches, and newly laid sections. Each day brought a new configuration, and the process was as frustrating as it was chaotic. By October 27th, the complete demolition of the previous infrastructure had been accomplished, with the majority of the debris already removed from the site. Significant progress had been made on widening and grading the north side of the highway, offering a clearer view of the scale and complexity of the project. The intersection remains closed until November 6th, but the progress between updates has been remarkable. During this time, crews not only demolished the old lanes, but also removed excess material, excavated below the original base, installed essential drainage systems, and prepared a properly leveled base. With these foundational steps completed, the site is now primed for asphalt paving. One of us had the chance to visit the site and capture some still shots from a spot that, given the current traffic flow, you probably wouldn't want to stand in today. The dirt here carried a distinctive smell, possibly due to the use of bentonite clay, known for its highly absorbent properties and ability to create a watertight seal, perhaps combined with a layer of lime treatment to further stabilize the area. Jumping ahead to November 10th, as our weekly flyovers have been a bit inconsistent, we can see significant progress in road grading. The crews are creating multiple cuts and levels, establishing the foundation for the new service road on the north side. This will eventually mirror the design and functionality of the existing service road on the south side and the main overpass in the center. Work is focused on preparing for the next phase, which includes ramp construction and drilling pilings. Each step requires precise grading and carefully placed road base to ensure structural integrity and proper drainage. It's worth noting that this update comes just a few days after the intersection reopened, a remarkable turnaround, as crews transformed a dirt work site into a fully completed intersection in just over a week. November 25th brought windy conditions to the area, preventing a full flyover, but we can still spot some updates on the ground. New drainage piping has been staged near the bottom of the screen. As mentioned in our latest weekly update, crews will be focusing on installing drainage not only for the new service road, but also for both sides of the future overpass. Additional grading by adding fill dirt and getting ready for pilings to be drilled in coming weeks is underway. That is all for this Road to Progress series on 423. Let's do a quick dissolve again and show where we were in September and where we are today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more progress reports. Have any thoughts or spot something familiar? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.